Let's take a look at the process of getting a faculty request and a bug in the HAX platform from report to actually implement it. Using this example, as we see in our issue queue, worksheet download, file upload, hack schema. Pretty obscure title, but it was filed by Chuck Lavera, developer on the core platform. As he writes, a faculty member who collaborates with us reached out about issues with the worksheet download block. The block needs to have file uploadability via hack schema, as currently its input type is text field. So let's see. First, I would go and try and reproduce the issue. Here I'm running this code locally, so I have a local copy of hack CMS. I'm going to edit and attempt to replicate the issue in question. Go to add block, and I'm going to type work. So we can see there's a worksheet download. So I get a little preview of what that is, and I place in the page. Now, what the report is referencing is this link, the link for the download. There's title and text, so I could change this to download the doc file or syllabus or whatever you would have there. However, the link, how do I get a file there? Currently, I would have to go to add blocks. I'd have to drop here and get an upload, and then I would have to know what that location is. Now, this was not intentional. It's just oversight because we do have a lot of blocks in the system. In fact, if I search for video player, I put a video player in the page and I select, it should look something like this. I could support a URL if I already know where a file is, but I should also be able to upload something directly there. So we've been able to appropriately scope the issue. Now let's see why HAX is so transformative in how we go about attacking this issue. Isolating the aspects of what's going on in this interaction. We have the download worksheet button here in context. The HTML that ends up being generated for that is literally the block name, worksheet-download. None of the styling and design or iconography is at play. It's just highly semantic title equals download worksheet, which is why it says that there. Then in the form on the side, we have our download worksheet and link. But invisible to us in between is this technology called hack schema. Shown here, we have the video player hack schema. So that we want to update the source property, which had that drag and drop, right? I have source, title, source, description, URL for this video, input method, text field. Now, this is an outdated version of the video source because we have a new upload widget available. The worksheet download was made prior to this existing. However, all of the worksheet download tags will always work forever because the design is abstracted from this layer in the API to give the user, you, this type of an input field. Looking at what's going on inside worksheet download and then solving it, we can see there's divs and link tags, some accessibility considerations, security context considerations so that that new thing opens in a new window. We've also wired in the link that will be supplied and the title. Nowhere in here are we going to find anything about uploading. Notice it's just a link. The uploading widget is where hack schema comes into play. On every web component that supports hacks, we just treat the component like it works anywhere. Then by supplying this appropriate schema, we're able to forge a relationship between any designed asset and the hacks editing system. That means things created with hacks no longer require hacks to continue working. It's an optional handshake. Here we see worksheet download, the icon in question, some tags as to how we could search for and find this, and who made it. The important thing for this issue is here in the settings. So we have title, the title of the download. Link, input method is text field. Now, as the person that wrote this schema, I know that I could write hacks upload and hit save. Instantly, from a developer process standpoint, my local development environment has noticed that the files have changed and asks if I want to reload my environment. As this is not a real HAX CMS site, it's just running locally so that I can interface with it. I'm going to have to put that worksheet download back in the page. So I'm going to type the word work. I could type any of the tags that are in that data blob. Worksheet download. And now we see the difference. I could point to any link that I wanted to. I could point to HaxCamp and say, check out HaxCamp, which might not make a ton of sense with a little download button. Or I could upload a piece of media. I could select something that already exists. For example, I could go to my favorite thing to search, NASA, and we could have Aquarius, and it'd be check out the recent launch. From an end user perspective, I'm just editing this form. But from HAX perspective, it's editing rich, highly semantic HTML with every one of those interactions. I hope this provides some insight into why this is such a transformative approach, as well as why it's so easy for us to debug and maintain the platform.